Hey, I'm John Konesky. I play guitar with Tenacious D, Kyle Gass Band, Winchester, Crusade, handful of others. Just here to show you my pedal board, I guess. Here we go. First thing in the chain is Polytune tuner. After that, I have the Quintessence and basically just have it on the setting where it does not latch. So I can do things like... which is some stuff I do in Tenacious D where there's a twin guitar part just for a little bit. I use that, click it on just for whenever I need it. It's nice to kind of have that momentary access to the harmony that I want, and then it's gone. So I put that early in the chain because I feel like a cleaner signal's going into it, and maybe it reads it better. It works great. So the second thing after that, I guess, would be the King of Tone, which is my primary overdrive. The right side, the red button side, is like my kind of, just a general kind of overdrive tone. I run that into my Mesa Lone Star 212 combo, and that is probably 75% of whatever show I'm doing. So I love this pedal for, like, it's just a great sounding overdrive, but it's really dynamic too. So when you roll the volume, you can get bite out of it. So to me, it's the perfect overdrive for what I need. And then the left side, I could kick it on for a little like thicker overdrive, heavier gain or whatever, or even a little bit of a boost. So there's that pedal. I may have these out of order because I don't exactly remember the routing, but just kind of going through what's here. This is called a Dirty Pirate. So that's like a creamy or thicker kind of heavy overdrive. I use that for a couple of songs. Anything that's maybe a little bit higher gain, kind of venturing into metal territory, but where I still want not super thick. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it serves that function for me, and I like that so it was basically built by this guy named Nick Spanhook, and he built maybe 5 of them, I think. And then he hasn't made any more, which is sad because it's a fantastic overdrive pedal. But I was fortunate enough to get one of them. And the cool thing about this pedal is underneath it, it says this is not the greatest pedal in the world. This is just a tribute. And it's got my name on it and stuff. So I cherish that pedal. So I've added a couple things since, I don't know, a few years ago or whatever. Mainly I wanted to try to get a little bit closer to the guitar sound on the metal. So this Warm Audio company makes this fuzz that is based on, I can't remember what the original version of this pedal is called, but whoever's watching this, if you're like a pedal geek, you probably know what it is better than I do. But whatever this was based on is what we used in the studio to record the metal. So this came out, I don't know when, somewhat recently, and it is the tone now that I use live for the metal, and it sounds... So pretty close, I'd say. For whatever reason, this company has decided to punish us all and not put an indicator when it's on. So you got to just guess. I mean, it's pretty loud, so you should know, but sometimes I have accidentally left it on when it should not be on, and it is a lot. So aside from that, it's awesome. Mini wah, just because I don't use a wah that much, and I really like this mini wah, and it doesn't take up a lot of space on the board. So this little DoD is basically a controller for the Eventide, as well as this disaster area as just a patch switch thing. I don't use it for too much, but what I do use it for has become pretty crucial. We'll come back to that, but then I have all of these TC Electronics pedals that I can use with one just mash of all of them together, or go in surgical with your toe and hit them individually. Basically just like if I need a nice lush, kind of modulated guitar sound, I can use any or all of them for that. I use the Flashback for the last note in the metal. And then the Eventide and the Quintessence I use together to create, I guess, my version of, as close as I can get it to the record, the Master Exploder solo at the end, where it's visually in the movie, it's 3 guitars. It's Kyle with 6 arms playing 3 guitars. So in the studio, obviously, it's just a stack of guitars that we kind of piled up some fun solos or harmonies or whatever. But I wanted to try to get close live, so I kind of created this kind of tap dance that I get most of the time. So I'll go ahead and try to do it here. So we have the Eventide playing a single loop. So on the recording, there's a lick that basically plays kind of once and then repeats. So I can get that there, and then it comes back later. I just have to trigger that loop later in the solo. Tempo's close enough at that point. So, and then the Quintessence handles all the guitar harmonies. So that gets it pretty close, I'd say. So that's essentially all of it. This thing here is just a channel switcher for my Lone Star amp built into a smaller thing, and I put it on these little raised feet so that it's easier for me to hit it, because sometimes I have to hit it blind while I'm doing Beelzebub and singing at the same time. So it's hard to kind of get it, so I elevated it, and that's it. It's pretty basic. I don't really have any... It's just all just routed straight through, like, whatever. So that's it. That's the whole board.
What about the guitar?
The guitar is my signature model. This is Paoletti. They're an Italian company. And they hit me up maybe a year or so ago about doing a model. And this is what we landed on. We have like this recessed leather pick guard. They do these really cool like shotgun shell things for knobs. And then, of course, my signature touch is the cones, which is my nickname for all of the dots. And then, their guitars are all made from these like old wine barrels. And they do really fun stuff. They really cool work, tons of custom work. They've got a great shop in Italy. Great people, great guitars.
And what do you usually use for amps?
I've used a Mesa Lone Star 212 combo for probably 15 years of Tenacious D. It is not here. they're at our rehearsal space because they're big and cumbersome, and I don't like to keep road cases at my house, so they are gone and away. And those are my workhorses. I rent them when we're overseas. I use them, the ones I have here, and they're just total beasts, and they do exactly what I need from them, and they always have. So Mesa, of course, discontinued them, which is a drag, but there's tons of them out in the world, so great amps.